alaikum and good morning, class. How are you all? Yes, Aiza, Ajma, Muzaffar, Alina, Suman, Suhaima. Can you hear me? Peter, write down in the chat box if you can hear me and can see my screen clearly. Everyone, no? Why no? Now, let me know now if the voice is clear. Yes, Umema, yes, Sarah. And what about the screen? Is this clear? Okay, so let's start our class. Beta, must speak louder. So Hema, I'm already speaking louder, but there is some problem from internet. That's why it's a bit slow. Please try to concentrate and check at your end as well. Okay. So, hello. Yes. So let's start the class. Today we are going to review the chapter Food, Our Source of Energy. This is the revision for your exams, okay, for your midterm exam. I hope all of you have gone through the timetable and the syllabus for midterm exams for every subject, okay. Now here are the functions of food. As we have already learned that food is the source of energy and it provides us the energy which is required by our body to do work. Besides this, it also provides us certain different substances to carry out our different functions, means the vital functions of our body. So the first function is our body depends on food for energy. Energy is required to carry out vital function, means to carry out digestion, to carry out respiration, to carry out the blood circulation, and so on. And to do work means to carry out the different activities of our life and to provide substances for health and resisting diseases. Okay, food provides substances for health and resisting diseases. Can anybody name the disease caused by the deficiency of protein? Can any one of you let me know the name of the disease caused by the deficiency of protein? Disease caused by the deficiency of protein. Yeah, right. Excellent, Yusera. So, Hema, excellent, beta. What about others? What about others? Yes, Alina, excellent, excellent. Keep it up, beta. Keep it up. So, and what is the name of the disease caused by the deficiency of vitamin D? The disease that is caused by the deficiency of vitamin D. Name of the disease? Yes, Aiza. Yes, Sohima. Excellent. Yes, Sarah, Alina, beta, everyone. Yes, Ajwa, Abdullah Irfan. Abdullah, beta, what is the name of the disease caused by the deficiency of vitamin D? Iman and Abdullah. Please write down the answer. Nida Fatma. Name of the disease caused by the deficiency of vitamin D. Abdullah, beta, write down the answer. Yes, on. Excellent, excellent. Keep it up. Keep it up. Meera. Wow. I want the same spirit in the class from everyone. Okay. Now, next is the food provides building material for the growth of new cells and repair of damaged tissues. This is the function of one of the class of food. Can anybody name that class of food? that is necessary, the class of food that is necessary for building materials, for hormones, enzymes, growth of new cells, and repair of damaged tissues. Yes, can anybody name that class of food? Yeah, Alina, excellent. Excellent, Alina. Abdullah, excellent, beta. Umema, yes, excellent. I'm so happy that my children are providing me, are giving the response in a very good manner, and you are all prepared. Okay, keep it up. So next is there are 5 different functions which we have learned, and the long story short, that food is a source of energy, because when we eat food, it will provide us the energy which is required to carry out all these functions in our body. Okay, now next is can anybody yes, please start writing the name of the classes of food. Start writing the name of the classes of food. How many classes of food have we learned? 7, yes. On start writing the classes of food, Hania. Yes, Hania, excellent. Start writing the names of classes. What the names of classes I need? What are the 7 classes? Start writing their names. Yes, on. Yes, and yes. What about the carbohydrates? Varda, this is not, iron is not the class of food. It's a mineral. It belongs to one class of food. Yes, Alina. Yes. Right. Excellent. Excellent. And by the way, out of these 7, Yusara, you named carbohydrates, fats, proteins. Yusara has written the names of carbohydrates, fats, proteins, mineral salts, vitamins, fiber, and water. How many out of 7? How many are organic food class? How many of how many out of 7? How many of them are organic substances? Yes. Yes, so Hema. Right, excellent. On salts, protein, salt is not a particular class. It belongs to one of the class. Okay, fiber. Can anybody tell me? Just write down the names of, yes, names of organic food class. There are out of 7. There are 4 which belongs to organic class of food. You Sarah, this is okay. Yes. Right. Fiber. Yes. Varda. There are 4. I need the names of all 4. Yes. Okay, good. Vitamins. Yes. Mineral salt is not organic one, Yusera. Minerals are, these are actually elements. These are inorganic. Okay, these are inorganic. How do we get define organic substances? Organic substances, now listen carefully everyone. Organic substances are those which contain carbon, hydrogen and oxygen in their structure. Means they are made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. I am writing in the chat window. Please take note of it. All those substances which are made up of all those substances which are made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Carbon, hydrogen and oxygen. Okay, have you written the definition? I am also typing it in the chat window. All those substances which contain or which are made up of carbon, hydrogen and oxygen are organic substances. Okay, are organic substances. And inorganic substances are those which Inorganic substances, HUDSTs, substances are those which do not or which are not made up of which are not made up of carbon, carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Means these three are not present in their formula at a time. When carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen are present in their formula at a time, means all these three must be present in their formula, then it is organic substance. If these three are not present in their in their formula, like iron is the separate element. Calcium, these are iron, calcium, phosphorus, sodium, these are inorganic substances. Yes, minerals are the examples of inorganic substances. Excellent point. Yes. Okay. So there are the 7 classes of food: carbohydrates, proteins, fats, fiber, water, vitamins, and minerals. Out of these seven, carbohydrates, proteins, fats, fiber, and vitamins, these are the organic substances. Okay, these are the organic substances. Carbohydrates, please remember, carbohydrates, proteins, fats, fiber, and vitamins. These are the organic substances. However, water and minerals, they are, both of them are inorganic, because in the formula of water there is only hydrogen and oxygen present. However, there is no carbon in the formula of water. Can anybody write down the or name the two elements which are present in water? How do we write down the equation for water? How do we write down the equation for water? H2O. Yes, yes, Alina. Yes, good. Right. This is the formula for water. You can't find any carbon in it. Okay. You can't find any carbon in it. Yes, carbon plus oxygen. Sorry. Carbon plus oxygen. It gives us water. Yes, yes, right. Carbon plus oxygen, it gives us water. Yes. Okay. So out of these seven, 6, and 7. There are 7 classes of food. Out of these 7, please remember this: carbohydrates, proteins, fats, fiber, and vitamins. These 5 belongs to organic class. These are organic substances. However, only water and minerals are inorganic substances. Got it? Okay, now let's start the classes of food and their function. First of all, carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are made up of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. They are organic substances and they are basically sugar. Sugar and starches found in fruits. So, sugar is the simplest kind of glucose. Sugar, glucose, starches, they all belong to the class carbohydrates. Please remember that sugar is the simplest kind of glucose. Or right, so sugar belongs to yes, Miriam, sugar belongs to carbohydrates. Sugar belongs to carbohydrate, and we find sugars, starches, and glucose in fruits, grains, vegetables, milk products. They often malign in 20 diets. Means malign means they are present, and they are at times harmful if we take in our diet in extra amount, in large amount. Like for instance, you take sugar, extra sugar in the form of cakes or bakery items or cold drinks, fizzy drinks. They contain carbohydrates in the form of sugar, and that sugar is dangerous for your health. Carbohydrates are important to a healthy diet. Means carbohydrate in the form of starch and sugar, though it is healthy, but it is required in appropriate amount. Excess amount of everything is dangerous for our health. Next is proteins. Proteins makes up the building blocks of organs, muscles, skin, and hormones. By the way, what are the building blocks of protein? Protein makes our organs, muscles, skin, and hormones. What is the name of the substance which are the building blocks of protein? Anybody named it? Can anybody name it? Yeah, excellent, Alina. Yes, yes. Means we can say, we can write down like this. We can write down the amino acids. Amino acid. Who has unblocked himself? Amino acid form protein, and proteins form our tissues, muscles. Please write it down. Amino acid form protein, and yes, Aida, excellent. Amino acid, look, amino acid form proteins, and proteins form our muscles, tissues, skin, hormones. Okay, please, please write it down somewhere in your book. Okay. So amino acid, if it in the exam it comes like define amino acid, how would you? Yes, there is somebody who is distracting me by unmuting himself. Alina, please beta mute yourself. Okay. So if in exams it comes like define amino acid or what are amino acids, your answer would be amino acids are the building blocks of proteins. Okay, amino acids are the building blocks of proteins. So your body needs protein to maintain and repair tissues. This is the function of protein, that our body requires protein to maintain and repair tissues. And proteins are the building blocks of our internal organs, our muscles, skin, and hormones. Okay. Next is fats. Fats are a source of energy. They provide us temperature to regulate our body tissues and sorry. Fats are the source of energy, temperature regulation, and vitamin absorption. Fats can be found in various foods like dairy products, meat, fish, whole eggs, vegetables, nuts. Fats are required by our body for providing of energy, for providing us warmth, means the temperature, but they are not advisable to eat in large amount, because excess amount of fat can be stored in our body and help to increase the weight, help to gain fat, which help to gain weight, which leads to the heart diseases. Okay, which leads to heart diseases. Next is fiber. Fiber can be found in fruits, vegetables, pulses, and whole grains. Fiber is needed to keep our digestive system healthy, prevent coronary heart diseases, bowel cancer, and diabetes. Right? These are the diseases which can be caused if we do not take healthy food, means the fiber in our diet. So if we take vegetables or fruits in excess amount, this is good for our health. Okay, taking vegetables and fruits in large amount, in excess amount, it can be good for our health. Bowl, our abdomen, our on what are you writing? On what are you writing? Yes, Hania, the meaning of bowl, it is BOWEL, our stomach, our abdomen. Abdomen, or bowl is the name for cup. Okay, please don't, yes, Good, Zen. Eat. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Good. Keep it up. So, on please, beta, don't chat with other students. Please focus on the lesson. Okay, Hania, I think have you got the answer? The meaning of both. The spellings are also different. Okay, on doesn't matter. Now look at the screen. So next is, acha, tell me the name of the substance which is found in the fiber, which cannot be broken down by our intestine or by our digestive system. What is the name of the substance? By the way, what is the name of the substance that can be found in our fiber, but cannot be broken down or digested by our body? Have you ever heard about the name? Yes, cellulose. Yes, cellulose. Medium, the name of on. The name is on. Please focus. The name of the substance which is present in the vegetables and fruits, means in the fiber, which cannot be digested or broken down by our body, is called cellulose. Yes. Next is cellulose. Yes, so Hema, good. Now, next is minerals. Minerals, please focus. Minerals are inorganic substances. These are required by our body in a small amount for proper growth and development. Like minerals represent various functions like building. Mineral represents various functions like building blocks for our muscles, bones, and teeth, carrying oxygen in our body and keeping fluid balance. So, why the minerals are important? They are important to carry out different functions in our body. Means they are the building blocks for our muscles. They are required for the development of our bones and teeth, for healthy bones and healthy teeth, carrying out oxygen in our body and keeping fluid balance. Okay, so there is a table given in your book. We will go through that table as well, and please remember everything which we are discussing here, and also the just a minute. Bilawal Ansari has joined. Okay, Bilawal. So why the fibers, minerals, vitamins are important? Please, uh, you have noticed that we do not take vitamins in large amount, right? We take them only in a small amount. Their small amount is required by our body. They are not required like we eat carbohydrates, fats, proteins. They are not they do not required by our body in large amount. They are required in very small amount, and their small amount can carry out so many vital functions in our body. Okay, vitamins. Vitamins are found, they are organic substances, they are found in all fruits and vegetables. So it means we have to, yes, Abdullah, good. See, so we have to eat minerals, vitamins for our proper growth and development, because vitamins are present in all fruits and vegetables. They are essential for regulating and maintaining the immune system. Means vitamins are necessary to prevent us from different diseases. It makes our immune system is the defense system of our body. Means if any disease or any viral infection or bacterial infection attacks our body, the presence of vitamins can protect us. It actually vitamins, they develop our immune system. They develop our defense mechanism. So vitamins, they since they are present in our body, so we can defend different diseases if they attack our body. Okay, why we take multivitamins? Have you how many of you take multivitamins? The growing children and the people of all the ages, they require multivitamin as per their age to to maintain their immune system. Like vitamin D is required, like vitamin A, different vitamins, they are required to carry out different functions. Yes, Zen, do you take multivitamins then? Yes, Peter, let me know if you can hear me. Yes, everyone. Yes, everyone. Yes, Hania. Thank you. Yes. How many of you take multivitamins or vitamin D or vitamin C? Though we obtain, our body obtains vitamins from different food, like with fruits and vegetables, but separately we also take some vitamins like vitamin D and vitamin C. They are required in additional amount. Okay, so next is water. Water is required by our body in large amount, and it is necessary for digestive process. It maintains the body pH at right level and helps in the sustenance of body fluids. Means water perform different functions. What is the percentage of water present in our body of our total weight? What is the percentage of water present in our body of total weight? Yes, Hania, good, good. What is the what is the what is the percentage of water in our body? Yes, what is the percentage of water in our body? Yes, 70%. Good. 70% of our total weight. Means in our body, uh, water is present in, if it is 100% out of 100, 70% is water. So we need water to regulate our body fluids, to carry out different functions, and to transport material throughout the body, and most important, to carry out the chemical reactions in our body, right? Different chemical reactions, all the chemical reactions like digestion, respiration, metabolism, these are all carrying out in the cells of our body, in the cytoplasm. Okay, in the cytoplasm of our cells. And water is present in the cell in about around 70%. Okay, good. Beta, if there is disconnection, please don't go, just wait. I will reconnect because here in the school there is some internet problem. That's why it is unstable. Okay. So next is dietary importance of minerals. Now look at here. Calcium, it is required for making strong bones and teeth, for the clotting of blood, for contracting muscles. Why iron is required? It is required for making hemoglobin. If in the exam it comes hemoglobin, what is hemoglobin? Your answer would be the red pigment in the red blood cell. If I say, what does it mean if I say hemoglobin is present in the white blood cell? Is this statement true or false? Hemoglobin is present in white. Yes, class. So if I write hemoglobin is present Beta, there is internet problem. That's why it is. Yes, hemoglobin is present in white blood cells. Is this true? Is this or is this true or false? Is this true or false? Yes. So, if in exams it comes define hemoglobin, your answer would be this sentence. Your answer would be false. Yes, your answer would be that hemoglobin is the red pigment in the red blood cells. It is the red pigment in the red blood cells, not in the white blood cells, not in the platelets. Okay, and then iodine. Iodine is present in our body for making the thyroid gland. Why it is important? Okay, good, excellent, everyone. Why iodine is present in our body? It is present to make the hormone thyroid, and its deficiency lead to goiter, a swelling of the thyroid gland in the lower neck. And what is the common name of sodium? Sodium chloride. It's the common salt. Our salt that we eat in our food, or we add in our food for seasoning or for taste. It is just a minute. Who is this? Sodium is required for maintaining the body fluids, and sodium is required for maintaining the body fluids, and sodium chloride is the common name of our salt. Sorry, chemical name of our salt. Okay. Now, importance and vitamins and their importance. Now, vitamin A, we know that vitamin A is required for keeping skin and other body lining strong. Its deficiency leads to dry and scaly skin, night blindness. For changing vitamin B, it is required for changing carbohydrates into energy, and the disease that leads to the due to the deficiency of vitamin B1 is beriberi. Please remember in the exams, it can come like name the disease caused by beriberi, or name the disease caused by scurvy, name the disease caused by vitamin D, right? Or name the disease caused by the deficiency of night blindness. So you should learn the name of the diseases which are caused by the deficiency of different diseases, and which it can also come like which vitamin is important for clotting of blood. So your answer would be vitamin K. Is this clear? Is this clear, beta? ये सानिया आवाज इसलिए कट रही है बेटा, it is due to this distortion is due to the internet. The internet is unstable here. The internet is unstable, due to which there is a distortion in the voice. Okay. So if in exams it comes like name the vitamin which leads to the which is required for the clotting of blood, your answer would be vitamin K. Your answer would be vitamin K. Please remember you should remember the name of the diseases or the deficiency problems of every vitamin. Like you have learned about the vitamin B, that beriberi is a disease due to the deficiency of vitamin C. Scurvy is a disease, and vitamin D, it leads to rickets. And what is a ricket? Ricket is the stunted growth, softening of bones and teeth. The picture of child is given in and just under the table in your book, in which they have shown the child was suffering from the stunted growth and the softening of bones and teeth. This problem is very common nowadays. Every adult or child is suffering from the deficiency of vitamin D, and due to which they lead to the problem in their growth of bones and teeth. Okay. And vitamin K it is required for the clotting of blood. Now next is energy value of food and its units. What is the energy? What is the unit for energy? Write down the unit for energy. नाइट ब्लाइंडनेस किसकी डेफिशिएंसी, नाइट ब्लाइंडनेस की डेफिशिएंसी क्या है? नहीं, ड्यू टू द, इट इज, यस यस यस, आप विटामिन ए, यू विल राइट डाउन विटामिन ए. ओके मीरम, you are asking about the night blindness कि night blindness किसकी deficiency से होता है, then your answer will be vitamin A. And which vitamin is required? Yes, right. Okay, vitamin K. Now let me know kilocalories. Yes, Zen, Yusera, on Alina, beta. Who has answered calorimeter? So Hema, it is the apparatus to measure the energy value. Calorimeter is the if it comes, define calorimeter. It is not the unit. It is the apparatus to measure the calories or the energy in our food. So what is the unit for energy? It is, unit for energy is calorie or kilocalorie, or joules, kilojoule. There are two units which we use. The amount, what is actually energy value? The amount of heat released from the burning of fixed mass of food is equal to the amount of stored energy in the body. Means whatever the energy God has saved in the particular amount of food, the same amount of food it provides us, okay, in the form of energy. So energy is stored in the food is measured in calorie. There are two units, calorie and kilocalorie. Other commonly used unit is joules or kilojoules. In exams it can come in both ways. Write down the unit for अभी तो चल रही है. Yes, hello. Yes. Yes. Iman, beta, listen carefully. If in the exams it comes like what is the function, what is calorie and kilocalorie, you straight away answer that these are the joules, kilocalories, calories, kilojoules. These four. Listen, these four. Kilocalorie. Let me highlight them. Kilocalorie. Calories, kilocalories, okay, kilojoules. I have highlighted them for you people so that you can remember them. Kilocalories, calories, kilocalories, joules and kilojoules. These are all required by our, these are the units for energy. Okay, these are the units for energy. Calories, kilocalories, joules, kilojoules. If I write the names of these four, any of these four, you can straight away answer that these are the units of energy. Okay, these are the units of energy. And if in exams it comes, write down the units for energy. So your answer would be, your answer is on, it's okay. Your answer would be calorie, kilocalorie, joules or kilojoules. Okay, if you only write calorie or joules, I will accept your answer. If you only write kilocalorie or kilojoules, I will accept your answer. Okay, so don't panic, don't confuse. Everything you have learned and I have explained everything. I hope that everybody will do paper very easily. Okay, Hibal? Hibal, you have recently joined because I didn't find you earlier. I did not find you earlier. Okay, and how do we measure the energy? By using an apparatus that is called calorimeter. How do we measure the energy? Energy value of food. We measure the energy value of food by using No, Adnan, you can write any one, or if you remember all four, write down all four. If you remember just one, it's up to you. If you remember just two, it's up to you. But your answer should be correct. Your answer should be out of these four. Okay? How do we measure the energy? By using calorie meter. And what do we measure by using calorie meter? Energy in the form of calorie, kilocalorie, joules or kilojoules. Okay, I hope that this is bit clear. Okay, now balanced diet. What is a balanced diet? It is actually balanced diet. It's a diet. A diet is one that gives your body the nutrients. Means all the seven classes of food are present in appropriate amount, in balanced amount. This is called the balanced diet. We should not take only one class of food all the time. Like if we keep on eating carbohydrates all the time, it is not a balanced diet. If we keep on eating only vitamins and minerals, it is not a balanced diet. Means all seven classes of food in this pyramid, you can see all seven classes of food are present. Here they are shown that your diet should contain, or your food must contain all the seven classes of food in the morning, in the afternoon, at lunchtime and at the dinner. Okay, so try to take balanced diet in the whole day. If for instance, if in the morning you are not taking any fruit, you are having eggs and milk, this is okay, this is good, but you should take fiber later on, during your lunch break or during the lunch time or at any time in the intervals. Okay, so your food must contain all seven classes of food that gives your body the nutrients. Okay, it consists of all main classes of food in adequate proportion. Got it? Now, reinforcement questions. Name few activities which involve lots of energy. Yes, please start writing. Few activities which require or involve lots of energy. Yes, Alina, good. Abdullah, I need yes, at least 3 to 4 in the exam. If it comes, if this question comes in the exam, you should write down 4 activities. Okay, running, swimming, exercising, cycling. Running, swimming, exercising, cycling. All four which are mentioned in the copy, you should write. Okay. Next question. What are the units for energy stored in the food? Name the units for energy. Yes, excellent everyone. Yes, what are the units for energy stored in the food? Yes, good. Good, you, Sarah. Yes. Kilojoules, joules, kilocalories, calories. Yes, good. Next question. Name the main elements of carbohydrates and fats. Main elements of carbohydrates and fats. Yes, Vata. Good. Name the main elements of carbohydrates and fats. Which food is necessary for making muscles, tendons and cartilage? Yes, excellent. Excellent, beta. Yes, which food is necessary for making muscles, tendons and cartilage? Proteins. Yes, good, Hania. Excellent, Abdullah. Both of you, beta. Name the substance in which the carbohydrates are broken down. Name the substance in which the carbohydrates are broken down. This is no. Which are these are the substances which are present in carbohydrates. But I am asking about name the substance in which the carbohydrates are broken down. These are glucose. Okay. The name of the substance is glucose. Right, Iman. Abdullah, sugar and starches are present in carbohydrates, but when carbohydrate is broken down or digested, it gives glucose. On it, leave it. We are going, now the time is over. We are going to say goodbye. Okay, beta, next time in the class, which is the, it's okay. I have already asked this question. Leave it now. What is the chemical name of common salt? It's sodium chloride, I know. Okay, you have already given me the answer. Sodium chloride. On it's sodium chloride, not only sodium. It's sodium chloride, the chemical name of common salt. Now it's time to amino acids. This I have already asked. Name the diseases. This I have already asked. Which mineral is required for thyroid gland? I did not ask it. Quickly write down the, yes. Quickly write down the name of the mineral which is required for thyroid gland. Name of the mineral which is required for thyroid gland. Yes, Abdullah, excellent. Sohima, Abdullah, Hania. Yes, okay. Does water provide us with energy? Yes or no? Quickly write down yes or no. Does water provide us any energy? Yes, no, no, no. Water does not provide us any energy. It is not the energy providing food. Okay. Okay. What is cellulose? I have already asked this question. I now wish you good luck for your exams, and in the coming week we are going through the reinforcement test or the revision test from this chapter, and I hope everybody will learn whatever the homework I have given you, and your responses will be excellent. Okay, thank you. Allah Hafiz.